All right, first of probably several fill-ups. Cody and I are on our way to Yampa, Colorado. Try this mule deer stuff. Long road, 14 hours. What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? How's the trip? Yeah, I mean, 15 hours.
You know what I was meaning to say.
No, we're all legal now. We got a tag from Colorado, so step one complete. Step two, we just got to find some mule deer. So today's day one here in Colorado. We got up this morning and immediately we started seeing some mule deer coming into these lower green fields, and we worked our way up and started kind of picking apart some of these coulees, and we spotted some good bucks. One buck in particular was just a mega buck. We kind of made a half-ass attempt to cut him off where we thought he might go, but he was actually on the next ridge, and they cruised off and we lost visual of him. So waiting on Brennan, we're gonna jump in the side-by-side. We're gonna hit some more of these two tracks, get up on top of some of these ridges and see if we can glass down, see if we can spot something bedded up at this point. But I think that's gonna be the game plan. Find something bedded, make a move, or know where they want to be and try to get in front of them and kind of whitetail hunt them a little bit.
I want to catch them before they drop down into all these.
See where they go.
Yeah.
Got one buck. All right, so visibility is definitely pretty bad right now. Had a little rain last night and this fog's in here thick and it's just not burning off this morning. So we're trying to cover as much ground as we possibly can, but I mean, it's just, as you can see, you just can't see anything. Maybe 100 yards is as much as we can get. Really 60, 70 yards is more like it, but we're gonna kind of just keep covering ground and hopefully this stuff will lift off and visibility will increase and we can get on some more muleys. Yesterday we had a lot in the morning and then a bunch in the evening, but there's no telling how many that we're just missing right now, but let's stay after it, see how it goes.
We decided to go ahead and hang out at camp instead, being that visibility was reduced so much, and we were hopeful that day 3 was going to bring better weather.
we spotted those bucks up there on that. They crested this hill. We're gonna try to sneak up here just to keep eyes on them. This was the same group that we saw at the end of the night on the first day. I don't think we're gonna have a chance of getting a shot on them, but if we can keep eyes on them, kind of keep tabs and know where they're going, I don't want to just lose them completely and then try to find them again out here.
Every hunt is different, and one thing that I learned on this hunt in particular was using the glass and keeping tabs on the mule deer with hopes that eventually I would catch one in a stalkable location. I did hit low. Okay. Humane thing to do is to try to get up this hill and see if we can put another arrow in him.
Yep.
So we got Brennan's coming up here. He should be coming down from the bottom with his four-wheeler. And I don't know if we'll be able to flag or not. But we're at the same height as this buck that I hit. And he went into some bushes and he hasn't come out. He's definitely hurting pretty bad. He doesn't, obviously he doesn't want to be moving around, but I don't want him to suffer either. So it's a catch-22 because every time we get close and close enough to get another shot, he ends up with a burst of energy and, runs 40, 50 yards, then beds down again, and we start this cat and mouse all over. But like I said, I hate him just laying there suffering because I know obviously he's in pain. So that's the moral dilemma at the moment right now as a hunter. I thought I made a great shot. I felt good. I wouldn't have released the arrow if I didn't feel good on the shot. He took one last jump over a rock, and I ended up hitting him low. The thing that I had going for me is I was shooting from downhill up, so that's what probably gave me a little penetration. But hopefully we can get up to him here, and either he's already expired, or we can get up close enough and put another arrow in him. We're like, we got to just risk it. So as soon as one of them was like circling, and Cody made the comment, he said, there's a reason why he's up there. And I thought, well, maybe there's a doe bedded in behind it. So when he went behind it, we had like 10 seconds to get out of the truck and get into like that dry pond. And then after that, it's like, okay, now we're 100 yards away. Then we got to like 60, and there was a big rock that I could keep ranging, and I knew he was right next to it.
That's perfect.
So then we get to 50, then it was 45, and then we sat there for about 15 minutes, which felt like 2 hours. And then I started getting a little rammy, and I'm like, man, let's either make something happen or get busted, either one, you know. So I started circling down the hill and using that scrub oak as cover. And then one of them, just his nose was sticking out, and I could range the tip of his nose at 42 yards. And I was like, all right, if I'm gonna force them to stand up, and if I'm already ready to draw, you know, I can get a shot off. Well, the first one stood up, and just like as he stood up and was running, I'm like, oh shit. But then there was a second one. So then I went ahead and stood up and just waited. I was at full draw. It felt like I was at full draw for like 20, 30 seconds. And then he stood up, and I'm like, oh my God, broadside perfect. And then he took one jump, and I'm like, that's probably 2 yards, 3 yards. So I just held
a little bit high.
I just a little high. I'm like, I think I'm okay. And then when I released, then I kind of realized one hop is probably a good like 5 yards.
In the opposite direction?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, ugh. Anyways, it made that pop sound. So I know that I hit him. And we ran up there, and I ranged him at 60 yards, and I was just starting to draw, and he takes off again. All they did was cross the fence, and he was bedded there. And I was like, well, maybe we can go up there to last blood. And as soon as we opened up the truck door, he stands up. We got to 26 yards, we got to 19 yards, and we got to 16 yards every single time. And he stood up and bolted. But now, like, he's not going uphill.
He's not at all?
No.
That's what I was going to ask.
He's never made a single uphill. He's either gone downhill or he's traversed.
Then he's
in that ditch.
I got to imagine.
You know, somewhere.
He's been in there for another 20, 30 minutes too.
But like I said, I mean, I don't want to lose visual of him, but I don't want to keep bumping him. I know he's in pain.
We can see if we can get him from the road at least, and then make a decision there. I mean,
yeah.
Well, congrats for. I mean,
it was a good stalk. That's what Cody and I were talking about. I'm like, a couple of first time, you know, mule deer guys, and you know, we were able to spot one, and like I said, get in to a killable shot. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, you had a couple cool encounters before this, and you take a little bit from each one of those, because they're not, you know, they're one of the harder species to hunt.
No, that was lucky of us to that. It didn't look like a stalkable location, and then it turned into a very stalkable location. I said, here's the moral dilemma. I'm pretty sure that if he lays there long enough, he's going to die. But I hate him suffering, so I want to put another arrow in him. That's got to be it. Running. Dude, this deer is giving us a workout. Oh my God. But thanks, brother. He's down right inside that scrub oak. Dude, he's so badass. First mule deer buck. In velvet at that. Tracking blood and methodical, not getting all rammy and crazy. It paid off again. See so many recoveries where everybody just kind of loses their mind, and Cody and I we regrouped, and I stopped at last blood and started hollering for Cody, and then he came down to me, and it was kind of just trading off. I'd lose blood, he'd pick it up, and then he'd lose and I'd find a drop. We literally had our heads down and walked all the way to 15 yards, and this buck, he was bedded up. He didn't even try to stand up anymore, and we had just made the comment, there's no way he can keep going. No possible way with the amount of blood, and it started picking up. It was getting thicker and thicker and thicker. Oh my gosh, man. I'm blown away. This is super cool. How can I forget today? September 11th.
There's so much that I can take away from this Colorado mule deer hunt. Being patient and being aggressive at times and finding that balance. Being an ethical hunter and make every effort to recover the animal.